Vibrant Souls, welcome or welcome back to the channel. If you are new here, welcome in. This is Vibrant Soul Tarot, and if you are returning, welcome back, my Vibrant Soul tribe. It's always a pleasure to have you guys here, so thank you for joining me. Today's pick a card reading was a highly requested topic. You guys wanted a no contact reading, so that is exactly what we are going to be doing. We're going to be looking at the person that's on your mind that you are not in contact with. We're going to be getting as much information about what's going on with them in regards to you, like how they're feeling, or just anything that you really need to know or hear right now in regards to this person and your connection with them, okay? So if this sounds like a reading that you are interested in, you have found the right place. Let's go ahead and take a look at the piles so we can get a closer look at what you may be choosing here. So as you can see, we have these 3 piles to choose from, and we're going to start here with pile 1. So pile 1, we have this citrine crystal here. And for the tarot deck, we have the Black Cat Tarot today for pile 1. Moving along to pile number 2, we have this Blue Apatite Tower here. And for the tarot deck, we have the Apparition Tarot. So these are the options here for pile 2. And then, of course, last but not least, for pile number 3, we have this Amethyst Tower here. And for the deck, we have the Synesthesia Tarot. So those are your options today. Please take your time if you need to in choosing one. If you are drawn to more than one, that's perfectly normal and perfectly okay. If you feel like checking them both out, you definitely can. Or if you maybe all 3, there could be messages in there for you. There's really no rules or no right or wrong way to do it. So just do whatever you feel like doing, guys. But other than that, when you do have your pile or piles selected, I will post the timestamps for each one in the description box below for your guys' convenience. Feel free to check the description box too for any additional information. There's like a channeled song, which is kind of just like an add-on to each pile. You can check that out if you feel like it. If you are wondering any of the names of the decks that are being used in this reading today, that will be in the description box too. And if you have any questions, I always just say kind of feel free to skim or check the description box. There's not too much information in there, but sometimes like general questions will be answered in there. If not though, no worries. Feel free to comment your question and I will try my best to get to you in a timely manner. But until then, let's go ahead and get into your reading. I'll see you guys at whatever pile or piles you chose. Bye! Hi pile 1, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Black Cat Tarot or the citrine crystals you see right here, you are at the right place. So today we are looking at the person on your mind that you are currently in no contact with. We are asking what's going on with them, how are they feeling, basically trying to give you any insights or answers or clarity that you are looking for in regards to this person and the connection, okay? That's kind of the goal here. That's what we're going to say when we set the intention here too. So I hope you guys are comfortable and relaxed. We are just going to literally set the intention like I just said, invite spirit, and then begin. So Spirit, if you could please tune me in to my pile 1's collective energy and the collective messages here for pile 1 in regards to what is going on with this person on their mind that they are not currently in contact with. May this reading offer pile 1 the insights that they're looking for, answers or clarity that they may be seeking, or anything that they just need to know, see, and hear right now in regards to this person on their mind. Thank you, Spirit. Okay. It's good to have clear intentions sometimes, you know. Even in relationships, it's good to have clear intentions because then it can be very confusing for another person. Maybe that's something that you and this person had an issue with. But I'm not sure. We'll see. Sometimes there's just reasons why certain things come up. Or why I feel called to say certain things. You know how it works here, guys. All right, Spirit, what's going on with this person for my pile 1? How are they feeling? What's going on with them in regards to My pile 1 in this no contact situation. What can you tell us, Spirit? We have the 5 of Pentacles. We have the Fool. I just heard I was a fool. We have the 8 of Wands. And like this person feels foolish. Maybe they kind of feel a little stupid right now for some reason. And then we have the Sun. So clarifying the 5 of Pentacles, we have the 7 of Swords. Clarifying the Fool card here. Spirit, why is the Fool card here? We have the 3 of Swords. Clarifying the 8 of Wands, we have the 7 of Cups. And clarifying the Sun card here, we have the Hermit. Bottom of the deck, we have the Queen of Cups. I feel like the Queen of Cups is definitely coming at the bottom of the deck energy because this person has been quite sensitive to this connection. Like there's just emotions here, specifically on the feminine side, regardless of this person's gender, doesn't matter. It feels like they've been touched in a way, right? And I feel like for this person, that's not as easy as it sounds. And it could also be being touched. That sounds funny too, that they've been touched. But you get what I'm saying. Like it could also be being touched in places that sting a little or triggered a little. We have the 3 of Swords and the 5 of Pentacles. Those are very indicative of that, of it kind of being hard. Things coming up. Like the 3 of Swords represents heartache. The 5 of Pentacles represents a lot of the times what we feel like we're lacking, or it can be this energy of feeling like left out in the cold, abandoned, or just going through hardships too, whether that's financial, but we're talking about a connection here. So you get what I'm saying. And it can also sometimes come out when we're struggling with our own sense of worth too. Like we feel like we're worth more than what's actually happening, or sometimes we feel like we're worth more than our actions depict too. So it's interesting. Also, we have some zodiac signs present. We're going to get more confirmation, which reminds me. Oh, okay, cool. It's here. We're going to get more confirmation as well, like zodiac signs and initials later on. But we do have Leo coming through very strongly. We do have Virgo coming through very strongly. And we also have the sign of Aquarius here, okay? You could be a water sign, or water signs can be significant too. But let's go on. So we're going to talk about the 5 of Pentacles right here and the 7 of Swords. I feel like the imagery in the 7 of Swords with this cat kind of reaching for that nice fish dinner, but like not being able to have it, but wanting it for itself, I feel like greatly depicts how they're feeling in regards to you, in regards to this connection. Like it may have been triggered because they can't have it, or maybe they lost their choice, they lost their freedom. Like an example would be like if you chose to walk away from this person. The 7 of Swords can also indicate maybe deceptive behaviors, like not being straightforward or not being 100% honest and authentic, right? Whether that is the intentions with you or their behaviors or actions, or maybe it just kind of felt like there was things hidden. You get what I'm saying? And I think that these are realizations. And if that is the case, like if this person is feeling that due to their own actions with this 5 of Pentacles, it's a hard pill to swallow, so to speak, for this person. Again, like they feel like there's loss with this. They feel like it sucks, and it kind of feels like it's hit a soft spot, or like a trigger, so to speak, from inside. And you know, with the Hermit here as well, with all of this, I would say that there has been a little bit of reflection upon that too. But I do think, oh, I'm hearing your guys' channeled song, which sometimes that happens, sometimes it doesn't. You guys got the song Back to Friends by Sombr. If you missed the intro, I post them in the description box, FYI, for those who don't know. but the part is the chorus. How can we go back to being friends when we just shared a bed? How can you pretend I'm someone you've never met? Something like that. Well, that's what's coming to mind. Yeah, so feel free to listen to it. If it's coming up right now, there is probably significance to it. So feel free to listen to it after this reading's over, or whenever you like, okay? It's linked in the description box. But, and I do think with the Fool and the Three of Swords, that additional message of, like, this person feels really foolish. They feel really stupid. They feel like it could have gone differently. It could have been better. They may have had to face some heartaches and things like that. And I feel like in the beginning, I would say when this first happened, it was really, really hard for this person. Or, like, they were feeling it very deeply, right? And I feel like as time progresses, though, they are, you know, it's getting better. It's getting a little easier. We have, like, the Sun here at the end, clarified by the Hermit. I think that this person just wants to do whatever makes them happy, or they could just be trying to bring back some happiness, or learning how to be happy, like, on their own. If they had, like, attachment issues, or maybe, like, that could be whether they had multiple partners, or they just felt really, really attached to you. There was a significant struggle when this connection ended, and I wanted to almost say it ended abruptly, so that could be significant for you too. But it's like, oh, and then I just heard for some of you, oh, that's crazy, because I just heard for some of you it was a long time coming too. Interesting. So just take what resonates, guys. But it kind of feels like they're just trying to find happiness within themselves, you know, find happiness in being alone. Find happiness in maybe whatever the current circumstances are right now, you know. But I would say these cards coming out, the Five of Pentacles, the Fool, the Eight of Wands, and the Sun, there could be a want for connection here. Like with the Fool card also representing like new beginnings, and the Eight of Wands is like where you feel pulled to. Like with the Sun here too, they're like, I just want to be happy. And if they feel very, very, very significantly still drawn to you, there may be a desire for a reconnection here, specifically with the Fool card. And it could be triggered by this feeling of heartache. Like I said, a lot of this kind of was triggered by the ending, or by the things coming to light for some of you, or it just, their own sense of freedom or their choice got taken away, you know? And so they may be wanting to make their own choice here with the Seven of Cups and the Eight of Wands, and do something a little differently, like kind of take it into their own hands. So they may be really feeling like they want to reconnect here with you. And with the Hermit, like they could have just been doing some reflecting, doing some thinking about it as well. I was going to say something else, but I forgot. Let me see. The Eight of... Oh, I was going to say the Eight of Cups. No, the Eight of Wands and the Seven of Cups, that's why. Makes me think that they've had like ideas, and they've been thinking about what they want to do, like specific choices. Maybe even like just really like, I feel like with the Seven of Cups, like really thinking, maybe thinking of different outcomes, thinking of different possibilities here. They could also sometimes be fantasizing about this situation in a way, since the Seven of Cups can be like a daydreamy energy. But I'm getting for most of you, this is in regards to their choices, what they want to do, what they're going to do, and where they feel pulled to with that Eight of Wands, that direction of energy. We even have the Moon here with the Window, and then the Sun here as well. That can represent the duality. Like maybe this person has felt like they've been kind of going through a dark time as well. And they've been thinking, and they've been, like we said, processing in like an introspective energy. And they're like, it's almost like they're just like, fuck it, I want to be happy. We're going to get some oracles here too to see. These are like the feeling ones. Spirit, can you tell us more about what's going on with this person, how they're feeling in regards to my pile ones here, please? We have hunger. You know that 5, oh, we were talking about too, the picture here being very like, I was like, I feel like this image is very like indicative, sorry, of how they're feeling. Like they're reaching for this food, and obviously you, or the connection is the food, and they feel like it just can't have it. And the hunger, I feel like, is clarifying that as well. And the 5 of Pentacles, feeling like you're without. You have needs right now that aren't being met. And so, and hunger is a very like visually like expressive way to say that, right? Because when you're hungry for something, you're almost like ravenous, right? Or like you just feel like you need it or you want it really bad, you know? So I do think that there is a strong desire, and I think that that kind of clarifies as well, like, you know, this person trying to be happy on their own and stuff like that. But if they feel like this situation made them happy, or they really want this, then when they're thinking about what to choose, and look at, we had the fish right here trying to get the fish. We even have a little fish in the options here. Synchronicities. So like just really thinking about their choices and stuff like that. But in the end, they want to feel that warmth again. They want to feel that joy again. They want to feel that love again. Can you tell me more, Spirit, about what's going on with this person? Passion. Wow. These are very like strong emotional feelings, I think. Let's get one more. And we're going to get some channeled messages too. I'm hearing that again. How can we go back? It's also just a really catchy song. Back to being friends. Okay. So we also have pain coming out. We have love and ideation. You know, this makes me think of like, you know, they love the idea. They love the idea of love. They love the idea of you. And the ideation card can also indicate that 7 of Cups energy of like wanting to make a choice, having thoughts, like really thinking about it, sitting down. What do I choose? Different ideas, right? And then we have this love energy as well. Bottom of the deck, we have death. Scorpio energy can be significant as well. I think we just had a full... Oh, it's a full moon in Scorpio today as I'm filming this, actually. Which is pretty crazy that I feel good enough to film on a full moon. That usually never happens. But I would say maybe the days leading up to it, I got a lot of it out of my system. The pain card, I feel like this again. I feel like the pain card represents like how distraught or like how this situation has actually affected this person. Like in the beginning, I feel like these are kind of reiterating the same messages a little bit, but also showing like different sides of it. Like the passion with the 8 of Wands here, it's kind of like that, but it makes me think of that now it's fueled by passion. It's not just like where they feel led. It's like they genuinely feel like they want to, whether it's reignite this passion, bring it back, or they just feel really passionate about getting out of this pain or nourishing this hunger, you know. And that's why in the beginning I was really strongly sensing that I was like, I feel like a lot of this is triggered by the circumstances. But definitely when they think about you in this situation and like not having you, there is pain involved. And I feel like they've really been forced to look at the situation, look at their actions, look at what's happening, and really think of like, how can I fix this? What can I do? Is there options for me? Should I? Could I? Like that kind of thing with the 7 of Cups here. And also the Hermit. And let's get some channeled messages for you. So Spirit, tell us about what's going on with this person in regards to my pile ones here. How are they feeling? What are some messages that convey what's going on with them, Spirit? This one was like falling out. It bounced off and like went back and then bounced off, and then I was like, you know what, we're gonna see it. And so maybe this is something that this person doesn't want you to know. It says they stalk your social media platforms. They could be trying to check in on you, seeing what's going on with you. Have you moved on? Is there a new person? Do you have a new love interest? Should I shoot my shot? Kind of thing. Also, too, I feel like when we, just as people, when we stalk or still follow or try to see other people's social media platforms, it's a very clear sign that they have not moved on, or we haven't moved on. Like, we're still wondering, we're still inquiring. You know, when you're ready to fully move on and let go of a person, that's kind of when you like go, especially like a no contact person, you go kind of completely no contact. Like, if you want to get rid of attachments and things like that, that's kind of one of the best ways, is to not look at their social media, not do anything like that. So the fact that this is coming through, I think, is also a message here too, of that, yeah, they're still pretty interested in this situation, or they're still pretty stuck on you, in other words. Spirit said they're also just nosy. That was funny. Leave it to Spirit to keep it freaking real, huh? Because Spirit sees the real intentions and knows and stuff. And so they may very well just be really nosy too. What is going on with you, Pile One? What are you doing? Oh, look. This goes right on top of this one too. I have so much passion in my heart for you. It scares me. So we have multiple cards coming out that indicate passion here too. Are you real? I feel like this card comes out when we start to, I'm hearing maybe gaslight ourselves, or we're starting to question, like, is this person actually who they say they are? Like, is this person too good to be true? Are their intentions with me true? And I think that the Seven of Swords can also represent that too, when we're kind of having a little bit of distrust, whether that's our own mind, we have trust issues, or we're kind of a little confused about what's going on with the other person, or maybe they're projecting things like that onto you. I do see that happening a lot in connection readings here too, but I feel like sometimes they gaslight themselves out of thinking, like, they have one way of thinking, they have like a specific perception, and you may not match that, which I'm hearing is a good thing, because whether they kind of view things negatively, or they have, you know, it's through the lens of like old wounds or past situations, which we all at some point do that. You yourself seems different. It seems a little too good to be true. So they question that. And then the last one to fall out is let's travel to unknown lands together, which I feel just really means like, I don't know what the future holds, but I want to do something about it. I want to see. And then the bottom of the deck here, we have commit to me. I have another channel message deck I want to look at here for you. Just a couple. For some of you, this person may have addictions, like whether that's substance abuse. Again, just take what resonates. I'm burping, sorry. They may have like substance abuse problems or things like that. And I feel like if that's coming through for you, that's something that definitely has gotten in the way of their thinking and their actions. So it's kind of like, it's like, you know, when you're under the influence, your judgment can be off, or your actions cannot portray maybe your true self, and then sometimes they do, you know what I'm saying? Like how they say drunk words or sober thoughts, but I'm getting more along the lines of like substance abuse for some of you. But again, like I said, it's a general reading, and that's kind of the thing with the general readings. There will be messages that come up for you. You'll know they're for you. And if they're not for you, they're for somebody else. And you kind of just trash it. I just felt called to flip it and look. It says, I don't know why I acted that way. Spirit, what are some messages from this person? Oh, I knew that one was going to come out, I swear. Because we were sensing that earlier. Like, what, is there still a chance? Should I shoot my shot? Can I? So we have, is there still a chance coming out here? Oh. Then we have, I'm embarrassed that I acted so immature. I do think that this person has been like contemplating and thinking about their actions and stuff. And I would say too that there probably is a little bit of shame with that. With, you know how like sometimes you think about things, especially when you've kind of like changed a little bit, or you've grown a little bit, or you've learned like something significant like this happened. So now you tell yourself, okay, I don't want to do that again. I don't want to experience that again, or have those consequences again. And then, so you look back at your past actions, and then you kind of have to face it, and you kind of like cringe. That's what I'm picking up on with this. And then we have, I always come running back to you. Bottom of the deck, we have, you turn me on with everything you do. So they are very attracted to you. Passion can definitely indicate that here too. All right. So, I mean, this is that portion of the reading. We're going to get the zodiac signs, confirmation, and initials and stuff like that. But it kind of shows where this person is at currently. Like I said, there's a lot that's indicating they're still not over this. There's a lot indicating that they're probably in the process of making some major changes when it comes to the self and their actions, and there's been reflection here. And I would say that there's a push to want to probably reach out too. The Seven of Cups could also indicate that it is undecided still, but I wouldn't doubt it if they tried. I mean, maybe I'm hearing for some of you, maybe you get a blocked phone call one day. You'll know who it is. If you have them blocked, you know, like a blocked number phone call. Interesting. Okay, let's get some confirmation, Spirit. So what are some significant zodiac signs? I know we already got a little bit. Let's see what else comes up for you. And don't worry, if this reading resonated, you stayed till this point. And like a lot of the time too, I like to say, like, I know for a fact sometimes if a reading's for me because I'm locked in. Even if I'm doing other stuff, I'm still watching it. I'm getting the information that I need to get. You know what I'm saying? If a reading is not for me, I'm usually out of it by like 5 minutes, maybe 10 minutes tops. 10 minutes is pushing it if I know that it's not for me. You know what I'm saying? So if you don't get the confirmation that you're looking for, trust yourself, okay? And even if yourself is saying no, trust that too. Whatever it is. Okay, significant zodiac signs for my pile 1, Spirit. Taurus, okay. I just heard stubborn like a bull. That's funny. Taurus season could be significant too, which I think we are in right now. Yeah, April and May. We have Sagittarius coming through here as well. Sagittarius season, end of November, December. And Virgo. Oh, you know what? We did get Virgo, so let's get one more. Let's get like a different one. But definitely double confirmation for Virgo. And then we have Aries here. Aries season is also in April here too. Which was, I'm filming this literally like May 1st. So, very recent. And if you're watching this way later on at the time that I'm posting it, don't worry about it. Unless it is still significant for you, but... So what are some significant initials? Mixing it up a little bit. First thing I thought was UV, which reminds me of the sun. too. So we have a U and a V. We have an X. Oh, look, we have X, Y, Z, which always makes me think of endings too. Like that alphabet, X, Y, Z. Or the English alphabet. We have 2 U's. We have an N. Oh god, and we have a T, so nut. We're literally spelling nut. Right on top of that passion makes me think of maybe they... And there's literally like dripping right here too. I'm going to let you guys put that together. Because sometimes YouTube doesn't want me to. So we have another N. We have an M. A G. Oh, gut. Like trust your gut feelings. We have an L. A J. And a Q. So let me know if you guys see any like words or anything that's significant here. Besides the little ones that I saw here too. But that is the confirmation. We have MJ right here. That could be someone's initials. We're gonna get a card or two to see what do you need to hear now. What do you need to know? What is the message from Spirit? We're gonna do it intuitively, but we're also gonna read the guidebook messages. I love that we do that. And at the end, we get to have the oracles and then read the guidebook messages too, because a lot of these guides and these illustrators and stuff, and these artists and readers that make these, the creators, I guess I should say. I'm like, what is the freaking word? The creators of these decks, they have beautiful messages, and I like that I get to share them with you too. And then also we get like the full spectrum too. So like, I keep hearing your channel song too. So we have Chamber of Surrender. Oops, I'm dropping this. Let me just move that a little bit. So we have the Chamber of Surrender. Bottom of the deck, we have Unhookable. I just heard you're nobody's toy. You're nobody's puppet. What is the message here? And sometimes surrender comes to when... Surrender can come sometimes at some of the hardest times, but it can be the most freeing of choices to do. It is a very freeing energy, but sometimes it feels like it's the last freaking thing we want to do. Surrender can also be like surrendering it to Spirit, surrendering it, or to God or whoever, surrendering it to your higher self, knowing that they have a bigger plan for you, and if it's meant to be, it's meant to be. But sometimes surrendering comes when we feel like we are also kind of helpless to the situation, or we don't know what to do, and all we can really do is just accept the current circumstances for what they are and allow yourself the time and space to process, to see, to understand. And surrender is also a war term too, right? So that's why it kind of makes me think as well that, you know, this comes when it's not the easiest, when you've been beat, when you feel like you know, your hands are up and you have no other choice but to surrender. And so it's not a punishment whatsoever. It's meant to free you. Kind of like this unhookable, unhooking the chains, or like that tight rope that's cutting off our circulation that we're holding on to, kind of letting it go and just freeing yourself. It doesn't mean that you're completely giving up, but it does mean that you're no longer holding on so tightly to where it's affecting you negatively. What is the message here for Pile 1, Spirit? What does Pile 1 need to know? Mysterious Mother. Ripe Fruit and Scry Mirror. I feel like ripe fruit. Especially in this imagery here too. We have like the half-eaten apple. We have all like the whole apple here, and like the whole fruits and things like that. It reminds me of the regeneration process. When fruit falls, rots, or you eat it, you can plant the seeds. And you can have as many fruits, but you do have to go through the seasons, and you do have to be patient as well. And then look, after that we have cornucopia. So how cute. Like another little imagery for that. Mysterious Mother makes me think of the universe though, and that guiding force as well. I'm going to read what the Mysterious Mother says. Oh, I read the first sentence. I already love this. Okay. Mysterious Mother. The mother brings a guiding star through the darkness. She has the ability to move through the absence of light and carry her own light. When she appears, she is letting you know that you are safe and loved. Not only that, but that you too can become her. She is self-sufficient. She doesn't need the sun to grow her love. She is a mountain. The light, the love, calming pink waters revolve around her and into you, filling you with peace and calm. I love that. And I'm also hearing Spirit's love as well too. It's basically a reminder here that you're not alone as well, and there are a lot of unseen forces. Mysterious, right, kind of means that there's something that we don't fully understand, but the mother means that there's that love, care, and guidance and connection that you have too, that you are not alone, and that you are unconditionally loved as well, and that you are somebody who is self-sufficient. Sometimes we go through things that we kind of forget that, right? Like we form attachments, and I want to say too, there's no shame in forming attachments. Attachments are a part of this world. They're a part of connections. You know, you're with somebody long enough, you're bound to form some sort of attachment. Yes, they can be negative, and there's a shadow side and there's a light side to everything, right? So they can, when they're stemming more in the negative, you're kind of in the tarot, like the devil card energy. When they're stemming more in the positive, where it's aligned and it's beautiful, you're in the lover card energy, right? So it's two sides of the same coin. But regardless, we have to decide if it is the shadow side, or if it is good for us, or if it's bad for us. And when it is more in the negative and it's hurting us, that's when surrender is implicated as well. But yeah, like I know that attachment, everyone's like, ooh, attachment, like that word, it gets a bad rap because a lot of the times we are being shown the shadow side. That's why it comes up. But, you know, just like a mother forms an attachment to her child, and, you know, vice versa. She could be a great mother and you can have a great, you know, relationship, or sometimes, you know, it can stem in the negative. It's just, it's how we work through relationships. And with that being said, I just feel like sometimes it's good to take a look and to be like, how is this affecting me? Is it good? Is it bad? Is it negative? Is it positive? What can I do to empower myself as well? And like when you just surrender to, it doesn't mean like, okay, I surrendered, okay, that's good, it's all done, now I don't have to worry about it. You know what I'm saying? It's a process and stuff like that. But when you just allow yourself to, like I said, accept what is currently happening, and accept that it's happening for a reason, and accept that even if you are maybe in a high tide or in a struggling era, like an era, I've been using era a lot lately, in a struggling time in your life, then it's not going to last forever, because surrendering will be what brings you to the next stage, what gets you out of this current situation. Because when you think about life in the universe as like a giant ocean or a giant river and stuff like that, fighting against the current can be very tough and tiring. And so when you kind of surrender, it allows the mysterious mother, so to speak, to bring you where you need to go. But we do need to have patience with it, right? And we do need to understand that maybe we don't have all the answers. Maybe we can't always see what's next. And also validate, like, maybe if you don't want to let go, like, it sucks and it's unfair. And you're like, this is BS. Why did you bring me this person? Why did this person have to meet me in the first place? You know, even though a lot of you guys are very intuitive and you know that there's reasons, you know, relationships are mirrors, and you know that there's things and that is working through you and healing, whether it's effortlessly or just by how you're feeling, or you're actually like doing shadow work, whatever the case is. You guys may know that, but that doesn't change that you can still feel that way, right? Both of those things can be true. Oh my gosh, I opened it right at the page. I love that. There's a mysterious pulse of life woven through every living thing. Everything changes, and so it should. Nothing is stagnant or permanent. So anything you attempt to control or cling tightly to will likely cause you to become out of sync with life's intelligent ways. And this card is your reminder to loosen your grip. Hey, synchronicity too. We were just talking about that. This doesn't mean that the thing you cling to for fear of nothing coming to take their place aren't meant for you. If you loosen your grip, they may indeed stay right there, but devoting all of your life force to clinging will likely leave you depleted, rigid, and stuck, as you rely on your personal will rather than the flow of life, the kind of like that going against the current. Surrender requires courage and the faith that if you give it your all, that which is meant for you will find you. If you're looking to create something or call something in, surrender is an important part of the process. If you're having a difficult time in a relationship, surrender can be an essential ingredient. Sometimes the way to shift something is to find a way to soften our rigidity around it. Whether your dream is for a relationship, a career accomplishment, an acknowledgement, or to heal something all-consuming, surrender is key. The card comes with a message of hope and encouragement, telling you not to lose heart and to remember to keep telling yourself, I surrender, I surrender, I surrender. Yeah, it definitely is a process too. So, and with this unhookable, I feel like there's just a message of like, you're not stuck. Even though sometimes it may seem like that. You are free and you are your own, and that's enough. Like, no one belongs to you because you don't have that power over another person, right? And you don't belong to anyone, but you do belong to yourself. You know what I'm saying? Or if you get it, you get it. Or maybe you get it. Sometimes we get it later. Sometimes we can hear things and like we don't understand it, and like later we're like, oh yeah, that's... Because sometimes we have to feel it too. But I think that's a good note to leave on, though. That was such a beautiful message of surrender. Very articulate. I love Rebecca. Rebecca Campbell and her decks, they're always so aesthetically pleasing too. I love her decks, her pictures, her messages, all around. She's an amazing creator when it comes to oracles, so feel free to check her out too. But that's it, guys. I am going to leave this reading here. Thank you so much for joining me. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for allowing me to read for you, to do these readings, or just existing on Earth. Thank you. I appreciate you guys. And I appreciate all of the support I get from you guys as well. Whether that's a simple thumbs up and a like to a video, that actually does wonders for me. So thank you so much. Thank you to those who share your love through comments, share your experience, share your stories, share your own interpretations, your guidance. I love it. I love it. So thank you guys so much for doing that as well. And thank you very much to my Vibrant Soul Tribe, aka my subscribers. And if you want to be a part of the Vibrant Soul Tribe, all you got to do is subscribe, and that's pretty much it. So hopefully I will see you guys in the next one. Bye. Hi Pile 2, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Apparition Tarot or the Blue Appetite Tower here, or stone, whatever you want to call it, you found the right place. So today we are asking about that person on your mind that you are not currently in contact with, and we are hopefully going to be getting as much information as possible about what's going on with them when it comes to you. Like, how are they feeling? What's up, you know? So thank you for being here as always. I hope you guys are relaxed and comfortable. And speaking of relaxed, the second I sat down and started to like open up to this energy, I started feeling like a lot of anxiety. And the interesting thing is blue apatite is a stone that can cause calmness, feelings of calmness. It's also can be used for like reduced hunger, or just like that feeling of like fullness, or that feeling of like wholeness, right? And so the fact that I'm feeling anxiety already, like beginning this reading, I think is very telling of like how this person may be feeling, whether that's when they think of you or because of the current circumstances. And so they may be needing a little calmness or some soothing energy here. But let's take a look, see. So we are going to begin. Let's just set the intention and invite spirit in. So spirit, if you could please tune me in to my pile 2's collective energy and the collective messages here for my pile 2 in regards to this person on their mind and what is going on with them when it comes to pile 2. May this reading offer pile 2 the clarity that they're looking for, answers, or just messages that they are needing to see, hear, or know right now in regards to this person on their mind that they are not in contact with. Thank you, spirit. Okay. Yeah, I'm glad I addressed that, because usually like it comes up like for a reason or like as a message, and so I kind of feel a little better now, but not all the way. So I'm interested to see what cards come up and what messages. So let's go ahead and take a look. So Spirit, what's going on with this person? How are they feeling when it comes to my pile 2? What's going on with them? This person on my pile 2's mind. What's going on with them? So the first card we have is the 9 of Pentacles. We have the Devil. We have the Tower. And we have Justice. Wow. So we have already 3 major arcana cards. We have the zodiac signs of Capricorn and Libra coming through very strongly. That could resonate, although it doesn't have to. We will get more zodiac signs and initials and stuff like that later on. The Tower card is Mars energy too, so even Aries or Scorpio could be significant too. So clarifying the 9 of Pentacles, Spirit. Why am I feeling so nervous? I feel like I'm like, oh my gosh, I don't know what to do. I don't know what to say. If this person has been thinking about reaching out or thinking about talking to you, I do feel like there is anxiety around it or fears around it. Almost like they have, it's like they want to, but they have no idea like what they would even say or what to do, or they're very like hesitant or scared to do so. Because I feel like that's reflecting in like me already like portraying these messages. So clarifying the 9 of Pentacles. We have the 9 of Wands. Clarifying the Devil card here. We have the 6 of Pentacles. Clarifying the Tower. We have the World. Clarifying the Justice. We have the 3 of Pentacles. Bottom of the deck, we have Judgment. Wow. Judgment being the overall energy is kind of a powerful message. I feel like the Judgment card here has been like a big wake-up call for this person. And I feel like it could also be about what they're doing in their life, how they're going about things. This could also be affecting like their job, their finances, kind of just like a wake-up call of like, okay, maybe I haven't been living correctly. Like maybe I haven't been making the right choices, or maybe I haven't been doing the things that I feel are most aligned to me. And that's causing me to suffer. And I'm saying me as in them, right? That's causing me to suffer in ways. And so it's kind of like them being face to face with this and almost challenged, I feel, to make a choice in a new direction, a redirection in their life. The Judgment card and all these major arcana can also indicate this is a major part of this person's life, like a spiritual lesson or something that they can't run from, something that they have to either overcome, learn, or integrate in order for them to fully move forward, right? The Devil card here shows me that I still feel like this person is really stuck on you. And when it comes to, with the 6 of Pentacles, giving something, they could be worried about how it's received. They could assume if they were to like give you something like a message, an offer, a phone call, whatever, I feel like that, yeah, that anxiety is coming back. So they're really worried about what's going to come back for them, almost like that kind, like a karmic energy when it comes to this. Okay. But the Nine of Pentacles being the first card with the Nine of Wands, like regardless of like what this person is feeling in this situation, I think that they are focused on themselves. They're focused on like maybe like making more money, their finances, the things that kind of came up here too. The Nine of Wands indicates though that it's not something that comes completely natural, because the Nine of Wands can indicate us having to have strength to keep going on this journey. Like we kind of have to muster up that courage, that strength, that resilience to continue focusing on ourselves, to continue doing things for us. Now I'm hearing like this person in ways like being selfish or self-absorbed is something that does come natural to this person, but because they have the influence of you and the influence of this connection, it's not as easy as maybe it once was, if that makes sense. Like for an example would be like being single is something that this person is either used to or comfortable with, or that's natural, but because of maybe the call that they feel with this connection or the feelings that this connection has influenced them, now they're like, it's not as easy. It's not as go with the flow as I would like it to be, or maybe it once was. I do feel like there is a feeling of being very affected by this, but also they may, with the Nine of Pentacles, they may not be doing anything about it. Like I said, they may just be focusing that energy on themselves, on their money, or just anything that makes them feel good. Like they could be like leaning into like physical pleasures at this time too. The Devil card can also represent maybe like they like to indulge in, they have like a little bit of like addictions to certain things as well. And it kind of feels like with the Six of Pentacles, they're starting to get what they've been putting out for that here too. They're also kind of realizing maybe like a toxic pattern when it comes to avoidance, like maybe how they avoid giving selflessly, or if they avoid expressing themselves in a way, regardless of if they think they're going to get anything back. There's something here about a pattern, like a cycle as well. And maybe they feel a bit trapped, because I'm really focused on this person behind bars here, and that's kind of like that devil energy too, where we feel really trapped in a cycle, or trapped or succumb to our own physical desires and that kind of thing here. And so I do think that there is a powerful influence about giving or showing up or doing more, right? And there's something right now in this person's energy when it comes to that that's not aligned with them. The Tower card and the World card was a very interesting message. We have this picture of like burning down that card house, right? Or like maybe setting fire to the flames in certain ways. And I think that there's, with this World, there's a message of like a world for them, or like an era for them, or something that they leaned into. Like that could be like the connection in you and them is ending, or it did end, and it's kind of hard to face. Even the channeled song was kind of about running away, and I think that they're used to being able to distract themselves. They're used to being able to run. They're used to being able to go back to what they know, go back to what they're normally doing, and not really care, and not really being affected by it. But for some reason, especially with this Judgment card and this connection, it's not that easy. It's not the same as it once was, because even in the channeled song, which also, if you missed the intro, it's always in the description box, so feel free to check it out when you want to. But the lyrics go, I want to swim away but don't know how. Sometimes it feels like I'm falling in the ocean. Let the waves bring me down. Is there any other song, part of the lyric spirit that's significant? Let the waves of what I feel right now come down. That can also be a message of surrender too, but I feel like this person is used to kind of just running from these kind of things, and there's something here that they are definitely facing. And for some reason, they're very worried about some sort of consequences to either their actions or lack thereof. And I feel like they've been ruminating. I feel like they've been thinking. I feel like they've been, it's almost making it worse on the inside, like to where they can't just detach because it's bothering them. With the Justice and the Three of Pentacles, I definitely feel like there's almost a feeling of like regret that you don't, or you didn't get to see, or they didn't show the appreciation that they have or had for you. Because the Justice card and the Three of Pentacles can be them wanting to make it right, wanting to work on this, wanting to rebuild this, right? And the Three of Pentacles a lot of time can be like a card of appreciation or of collaboration. And so they're like, if you would want to, like, you know, link up or get together or whatever, they were like, I would want to set the record straight. I would want to show the right side of myself, or express the right side of myself, or do the right thing here. Yeah, I just heard shadow side. So like this person could have shown, or like maybe like their shadow side or their triggers could have come up and it could have showed or reflected on them. And I think that they may feel like that's not a true reflection of them, or at least that's not a side that they wanted to show to you. With the clock here, they could feel like they're running out of time. Sorry, I'm looking at the cards and I'm like gathering any messages, any more messages or any thoughts from these specific cards right here. I do feel like even though they're doing their own thing, indulging in their own pleasures and, you know, all the things that we were talking about and stuff, with this like person in here with the fire, I feel like there's something inside that, especially with that tower here too, there's something inside that still feels like it's burning a little bit. And when I say burning, I mean kind of like, oh, you know, like the song Usher, like Let It Burn, like when you can't do anything or say anything, or you're not going to do anything or you're going to say anything, so you just let it burn. And that means like it shows like there's like there's the feelings or the intensity or the anxieties and things like that, and it's just burning inside. That's what I mean by that too. For some of you, now take what resonates because it is a general reading. For some of you, this person may have other karmic partners as well that they're kind of leaning on here too, in a way, especially if they have like, they're kind of in this devil energy, they're in this like, I just go what feels good to me, or I just feel the void with things, you know, like we were talking about, like addictions and stuff like that. The Two of Cups, wow. But the Two of Cups, not any three or anything like that, shows me that there's still a connection here that they feel. I almost want to jump ahead to the channeled messages. I'm getting like impatient here. But I want to get, oh look, right when I cut the deck, there's fear. And then peace underneath that. I want to get, now I'm like unfocused. These cards first. Jeez, like trying to finish the sentence. So we have ghosts, we have sadness. Actually, yeah, let's get like all these out and then we'll talk about them. We have protection and consciousness. Bottom of the deck, we have sweetness here. Okay. So the ghost card, I mean, if this resonates for you, that could just be a sign, like if this person went ghost, or if you went ghost, or it could just show the silence or the space. But the ghost card a lot of the time can represent when things are coming back up, like ghosts that are haunting us too, that are coming back up, things that you can't quite shake here. And so I do think that that's something that this person is feeling in regards to this situation. Like, as we were like we were talking about, like, you know, they're going through the motions, they're working on themselves, or they're doing their own thing, blah blah blah, and something just doesn't feel like they can shake it, whereas they're used to just running away and it's fine, or letting go and not thinking twice about it. But here we have the sadness here, so they are affected deeply. There are feelings tied to this. There's emotions here that they can't help but think. And with that world in the tower, I was sensing like it was kind of like hurting this person. They're like, think that like a world, or the things that I had with this are burning away. It's falling apart, or it fell apart. And whether or not this person could do something about it, regardless, that's what I'm kind of feeling with the Six of Pentacles. Like, they're not, and it's just affecting them emotionally on the inside, because I've been like a whirlwind of emotions since we started this reading, since I sat down and like took a breath and like tuned in. I started feeling anxiety. Now I'm feeling like with the sadness, like I can feel it, but it almost feels like there's like a hole in my chest too. With the protection, this I feel like is a coping mechanism. I feel like they're protecting themselves the only way that they feel they know how. And with the consciousness coming out right after, there's probably some awareness or realizations that that's not always the best way to do it, or that's not how you handle these situations. That's not usually how you go about it. But it used to work for them. It used to work and it would be fine. But now they're like, it's not working. Yeah. The ghost I'm hearing is something that this person's not facing. It's the shadow. It's following them. They're not facing it. They're not doing it. So it's like sticking with them. Or it keeps coming back is what I'm hearing. Okay. I feel like we got to the channel messages part really quickly. There must be some things that need to be said or seen from here. So Spirit, what are some messages with what's going on when it comes to my pile 2? When it comes to this person on their mind, Spirit? How can we depict what's going on with them with these messages, Spirit? So we have you hurt me, and we also have betrayal. Whether or not you actually did something to hurt them, or you just reacted accordingly to what you felt like you needed to do, the feeling, sometimes the betrayal card can come when we do have those shadows that come up, when we do have those ghosts. It doesn't mean that you had to actually have betrayed this person, but maybe they've been betrayed so significantly, or there's such a fear of betrayal that it makes them act this way. When it comes to you with the you hurt me, they may be very sensitive, or they may be in this energy of blame or pointing fingers. Like, oh, I had feelings for you and blah, blah, blah. And then I just got triggered and I got hurt. And now it just feels like it's all gone to hell, like that sort of thing. And I feel like this energy has been very sporadic too. Like, I would say too, like, this person really needs to like sit down and whether it's journal their thoughts, journal their feelings, because it feels very like up in the air, very fluttery. And that happens a lot too when we are feeling something intensely, but we're not wanting to face it. We're not wanting to sit down with it or feel it or address it. It can kind of act that way. For some of you, there could have been betrayals in here, like if they betrayed you, or like there was this energy. It feels like it was an energy of protection, like almost like, in a way of like, I want to say like almost like lashing out in a way, as a form of self-preservation, as a form of self-protection. And it's a very reactive energy. And we even have like a, it's like two locks here, but it kind of reminds me of like a chain reaction. Very reactive energy here. Oh, look. So we have, I have an addiction. Okay, Spirit, let's get one more of these cards. Okay. We have a lot. We'll look at them. We'll look at them. Don't worry. At the bottom of the deck, we have Darling, You Are Perfect. But this is the one that came out when we said one more. So I have I Am Lost. I am lost in you. I adore you. We have I Don't Love You. We have From the Moment I Saw You, I Knew You Were the One. And then we also have You're Too Clingy, I Need Space in a Relationship. This feels very much, very back and forth, very tug pull, very much like it's almost like this person gets, it's like they got really triggered from this situation. Even if you didn't physically do anything, it was like by how they felt. And it's almost like their first reaction was to, whether that's run, sabotage, that sort of thing. And I feel like the I Am Lost is very telling to, like, they may not be in this right energy. They may still have things that they need to discover about themselves, that they need to fill out, that they need to realize. And I feel like with the consciousness card, that does depict that too. Whether or not this person is in the right state of consciousness or that consciousness level. Like where the devil energy is like this energy that's bringing them down to, you know, just like the 3D, where they kind of do things out of cycles, out of habits, just do whatever feels good, right? When you bring that higher sense of consciousness, higher awareness, you start to look at these patterns, you start to break them, you start to realize, okay, maybe I'm doing this because of my childhood wounds, or you know what I'm saying? You're like, you're really taking a deep, hard look. And it feels like this person isn't in that. They're still kind of in this running energy, but they're almost like running in circles. They're not getting anywhere. Spirit, what are some other messages from this person, or some channeled messages in regards to what's going on with this person when it comes to pile 1? Oh, I'm starting to fall for you. This makes me think like it got too real. It got way too real. My feelings were on the line. Your feelings were on the line. There could have, there's something specific though. There's something that happened that really triggered this person. Can you give us some more information? What are some more messages, Spirit? I want to make it official. I regret so many things. I think they have been thinking about commitment here, though. And maybe their own commitment issues. Or, like, I'm hearing, like, I didn't want to feel this way. Did you put a spell on me? That usually means that they are very still stuck on you. They're very much can't get away from this. Can't get this out of their head. The situation. Look, at first I only wanted to hook up, but now I'm hooked. Let's get one more from this. I feel like there's another message here. So what is one more message from this deck that depicts what's going on with this person? I don't deserve you. Bottom of the deck, we have you drive me crazy. Holy moly. This is sporadic energy. With that, like, I don't love you and stuff like that, I feel like that's like, I mean, it doesn't matter if you guys got as far as it. I'm just kind of like, it's metaphorical to like denial. And I feel like this person may go through like all 5 stages of grief like multiple times, like a lot of the time, very fastly, and then also like restarting it again. But with the I don't deserve you, I feel like there's something here about you that they see as relationship material, as something very valuable, as something very good, as like almost like this nice, pretty, very like important thing that they know right now that they would ruin it. They may have already. Not like you, but like the connection, right? And I feel like they're in this energy where they're not living in full alignment with their heart and their soul right now. They still have things to learn. They're still kind of running from certain things. They're in this like addictive patterns, toxic patterns. And so they feel like because of this, or it could also be their past behaviors too. And this could also go beyond this. So if their past behaviors, like say they were a really shitty partner, or they hurt a lot of people and stuff, it really affects them. Like, we don't even realize as people, like when we live so far away from alignment, which sometimes that's a natural part of our path too. Like, we have to venture out in order for us to come back, right? It can be a part of the plan. But when you're not living the way that your soul like really wants to, and you're denying yourself of that a lot of the time, or for a lot of your life, it affects your true worth. And so because this person feels this way about themselves, because they see themselves in this light, they genuinely feel like they are not worthy of a healthy, significant relationship. They're like, what did I do to freaking deserve this? Which can cause them to sabotage, which can cause them to run, which can cause them to ruin it. And so I just think that kind of reflects a lot of like what is going on with them. And with the Judgment here, I just feel like it's a very important card here with this. But with the Judgment here, it's almost as if now they can't run in the shadows. They can't play in the shadows anymore. There's been this light that is casted upon them, that is showing them. And now they have this awareness of it. And as much as they try, now it feels deeper. Now it sucks. Like maybe some of you can relate to like bringing awareness to a pattern, but still doing the same pattern, like still repeating the same cycle, still repeating the same pattern, but now you have awareness to it. Oh my God, it sucks. It sucks so bad. It's way worse than just unconsciously doing it. Way worse. But it eventually brings you to the light. It eventually brings you to make those changes. It's basically half of the way, if not like 75% of the way there. So the Judgment card comes when now we're being faced with the decision to keep living this way or to change, like a crossroads. Okay, in the past I acted this way, blah blah blah, it got me here. Now I'm in this crossroads here where I have to decide, do I keep living that way or do I change direction? And it's never too late to change direction, no matter how lost you get, no matter how far off you venture off. You can always turn that car back around here too. But sometimes people don't feel like that, or sometimes it's easier said than done. So no wonder why there's all this anxiety and stuff. Like, I do feel like this energy was crazy. Crazy. Okay, so that's that portion of the reading. We're going to get some more significant zodiac signs, some confirmation for you, and some initials here. So Spirit, what are some significant zodiac signs for my pile twos? We have Leo. All right. So maybe the month of August could be significant too, or the end of July. We have Aries. That's a fire energy already. That's April and the end of March. We just got out of Aries season a little bit ago. Now we're in Taurus season as I'm filming this. It's May 1st. There's also a full moon in Scorpio as I'm filming this too. That could be significant for some of you as well. If you're watching this when I'm not filming it, or like not near, don't worry about it. Maybe there's another full moon though. We have Capricorn again. Okay, we're gonna get another one since we already had Capricorn. And Pisces. Okay. Pisces season is in March, end of February. Capricorn season is January and December. What are some significant initials, Spirit, for my pile two? Okay, we have a Q, an R, a P, an H, an S, an O. Oh, we can spell the word show. Oh, this is like shh, like be quiet, shh. I felt like that when I was, what was the message? Oh no, I think that was in pile one, I'm sorry. There's a message about stalking pile one social media, and it literally felt like they were like, shh, don't tell them. So we have an O and a W. You can say show. Maybe they're like, I need to show you. Something needs to be shown. We have another H. We have an N. We have a K, an X, and a Z. So don't worry if you don't see their initial or their zodiac sign. If this reading resonated and you're still here, most likely it's for you. I said this in pile 1 too, and I think I've said it in other readings, but it's always a good reminder. A lot of the time how I know if like I'm watching a reading that's for me is like usually I'm locked in. Like I'm locked in the whole time. Even if I'm doing other stuff, I'll still perk up, or like I'll retain the information that I meant to retain, you know? If a reading's not for me, I'm usually out by like the first 5 minutes. Or I feel like I just can't get into it, you know, that sort of thing. But ultimately trust yourself though. You decide what's for you and you decide what's not for you. You could throw this whole reading away if you wanted to and be like, nah. Or you could take it and use it for however you want. It's up to you. Speaking of you, so that was this portion of the reading. So that's kind of what's going on in this person's current energy that you are not in contact with at the time that you're coming across this reading. We're going to get some messages for you. And what do you need to hear? What do you need to know about it? We're going to do the guidebook and we're going to do intuitively as well so we can get all the messages. Oopsies. Oh, this one came out in pile 1 too. So we have... Okay, so we have a bunch for you. We have the Chamber of Surrender. We have the Unseen versus the Seen coming out. And we have the Chamber of Transformation. Bottom of the deck, we have these are the polarity suits. So we have Scarcity coming out versus Plenty. I feel like this is a reminder that with the scarcity, we can get so stuck in an energy and so focused and rigid when it comes to wanting one thing, one person, this connection to work out, that we forget to loosen our grip a little bit with the Chamber of Surrender. Surrender can be a great thing. It's a very helpful tool. It can help you in your manifestations. It can help you in your healing journey. It can help you. I feel like it's even good for your health to surrender, because when we're holding on, when we're feeling very stuck, the energy can be very stuck. When we're always feeling like very much anxiety focused on, I need this to work out, I need this to happen for me, and we're not surrendered, it can really cause us issues, right? Even if it's just mental issues too. And so I feel like Spirit is like, things are working, things are transforming, like things are happening. So you need to surrender right now. It almost feels like Spirit's like very adamant about this. With the unseen, sometimes you have to trust that things are working out when you can't see it, that things are happening behind the scenes when you can't see it. Maybe some of these things you can sense, and maybe you're going through your own deep transformation in almost like a glow up sense, right? And it doesn't feel like it right now, and you can't see it, or it doesn't feel like it's happening, but Spirit's like, it's bubbling, it's working, it's burning, like we were talking about. It's happening, whether you see it or not, whether you believe it or not. And so with this transformation comes great things for you. You're going to be stronger. You're going to be calmer. You're going to maybe even make room to receive different things, even if it's this connection in a different form, right? Or if it's a connection that is more aligned to you. Some of us, sometimes we don't want to hear that when we still have really strong feelings for another person. But sometimes we have to trust that if what's best for us is something different, or it is something better, then that's what it is, right? And sometimes we can't hold on to things or fight against the current any longer, and we have no choice but to surrender. Surrender is a term that's used in war, right? When you've been beat, when you really have no other choice but to surrender. And I think Spirit is saying right now, the way to move through this energy, the way to make it easier, the way to make it feel better, although it may feel counterintuitive, is to accept the current circumstances, accept this person for what they are showing you, accept this situation for what it is right now. You don't have to know all the answers. You don't have to have it all figured out. But right now, it just feels like the best thing for you is to allow it to work through, allow it to transform, allow you to transform. Sometimes it's easier said than done, but you can just start by saying that. Like, you can start by putting your hand on your heart and saying, I accept my current circumstances as they are. I surrender. And see how you feel, and see what happens after that. And sometimes the surrender can come in our toughest times, and it can come when we don't want to, right? But Spirit's saying that there's beauty to this, there's magic to this, there's a meaning to this. It's not punishment. It's not, you don't have to go through this or let go because the universe hates you and it never gives you what you want. It's because there's something here that you're meant to see, understand, integrate. And then once that's done, you move on, you feel better, you grow, you transform, you move on to better. And like I said, maybe for some of you too, you never know. Like, maybe this situation can align better. It can transform within itself. This person can transform, and you can receive it in a way that you deserve, or that it's meant for you. But Spirit's saying right now, it's not that way. Right now, you deserve better. This person is even aware that you deserve better than what they're currently giving you or have been able to give you, right? Or what they've been showing you. And with this transformation, I feel like comes a sense of personal power, and even a sense of peace, and even a sense of stability. When we go through hard times, we almost experience the polarity after of like this unshakable strength when it happens, right? When we get to this point, it's almost like, okay, well, I went through that bullshit. Now nothing is going to shake me. You know what I'm saying? It's like you have this tremendous amount of strength. And the thing is that it's discovered. It's in you all along. It's not even like, I mean, sometimes it's like a muscle and stuff like that, and we build it, of course. But like, it's literally inside of you right now. It's just waiting to come out, you know? And we have to go through these experiences sometimes, or we have to go through situations that bring it out in us. So we have more strength, more stability, knowledge, a better sense of self, wisdom, and all of these things, so that we don't have to keep repeating this. And a lot of these transformations that we go through too are for us to hold something greater in the future, for us to have something more aligned, better for us in the future. And now, because we've learned what we've learned and we know what we know, we're not going to screw it up now. We're not going to like move it away, or or scare it away, or any of those things, right? And that's what alignment is too. When that thing that is meant for you, or that person, or that relationship, or that connection, when it's meant for you, is when you are in the right energy, and it's in the right energy, and you guys align, and that's divine timing. I kind of want to read this one. I was going to pick one to read, but I'm like, I don't want to read all 3 of them. Okay, I'm called to the unseen though, so we're going to start there. And then maybe the scarcity one. I don't know what suit this is, so we're going to try. I think it's the activation suit. Oh no, duh, it's the polarity suit. Oopsies, sorry. Bear with me, guys, bear with me. I'm almost there. It's coming, it's coming. They don't have numbers, so. Come on, come on. Oh, we have plenty and scarcity right here. Oh, they're right next to each other. Oh, so the 2 we were going to do. How perfect. Okay. Okay, so the seen is what's in the physical, in form, obvious, certain, known, masculine, spoken about, conscious, manifested. What you see is what you get, surface level, clear goals. The unseen is what's in the spiritual, mystical, energetic, mysterious, feminine, unconscious, subconscious. Look a little deeper, subtly, depth, secret dreams. And it says which part of this card is right side up. It's just like how you read it. Okay. What's within us is eventually reflected outside ourselves in our lives, as above, so below. However, what's within sometimes takes longer to manifest into form. We're spiritual beings having a physical experience, so developing a balanced relationship between the inner and outer worlds is essential. Many people live their lives purely based on the seen and the known physical world, yet increasingly we're waking up to the mystical, the inner, the sacred that is within all things, including ourselves. This card is a prompt to reflect on where you've been focusing your energy. It can also be an invitation either to look a little deeper or to do the opposite and get out of your head. If the card appears with the seen facing right side up, it's an invitation to focus on what's happening in the physical, not to overanalyze people's words or motives, to take care of the practicalities and what's happening in the real world. In the quote-unquote real world, I like that I put it in quotes. When the unseen is right side up, it's an invitation to look inward and contemplate, to reflect on what's really happening beneath the surface, aka this transformation. I love that that came out right then too. To inquire into emotions, energy, and real motives, whether conscious or unconscious, ours or someone else's. Which I think that is beautiful, because it is like a question to ask us, like what we are searching for, what we are seeking. Is it validation? Is it permission? Is it something that we feel we can't have outside of ourselves? And why are we feeling this way? Right? It's good to just ask questions sometimes too, and then just give yourself a little love. You know, like when you're feeling the tough parts, you're like, okay, well, I'm still here for you. I understand why you feel this way. Or even if I don't understand why you feel this way, I'm going to sit with myself. I'm going to sit with you through it. And I'm going to support you. And I'm not going to abandon you. Almost like I'm not going to abandon you like our parents did, or your parent did, or that person did, or that thing did. And that's how you come back to yourself. It's like no matter what you are feeling, why you're feeling it, remove the shame. Remove the I shouldn't feel this way, and just be there for yourself. It's such a beautiful way to come home. And it's really powerful. Just like surrender, the act of surrender is really powerful. That's really powerful too. So we have the scarcity. Scarcity is lack, needing, grabbing, desperation, not enough, depletion, exhaustion, should, resentment, taking more than you need, panic, worry, separation. I feel like this person is also in the scarcity energy. We were sensing that very strongly here too. And that's something that we go through too. Like, it's lessons in life as well. So like, if you're currently in a scarcity energy when it comes to this connection, you're not alone. You're not the only one. Remove the shame, remove the stigma. Like, you know, I go through scarcity energy sometimes too, when life is lifing and something happens and I'm like, oh God, I need more money, you know, or I need more this, or if someone's triggering me, like sometimes like it just happens. Like relationships are the biggest triggers. Like sometimes my boyfriend triggers me. Like the other day, this is gonna sound so silly to me, but like the other day he left his phone at home on accident, and that he never does that. That's so weird. It's so out of character. And so I had to sit with myself to be like, what is happening? Is he okay? You know what I'm saying? And like my spirit guides were literally telling me like, chill. Like chill. And I just couldn't. And it's that grasping energy, that needing to know. Oh, it's so tough. It feels very tight, right? It feels like very tight and stuff. And just, we all go through it, and in many different ways, many different forms. I've been in relationships too where the same thing. And you get what I'm saying? And the only reason why I'm sharing this is because I want you to know that you're not weird or wrong, or there's nothing wrong with you, okay, for feeling this way. It's human. It's a human reaction, and we're here to feel the polarity and the spectrums of life. We idolize the good and we try to like neglect the bad. A lot of times in the spiritual community, we say, oh, the bad is bad and you shouldn't feel that way. You shouldn't feel that way. You're gonna. There's gonna be situations that make you feel that way. So we might as well just accept it. You know, we might as well just like, again, release the stigma around it and just be like, hey, look, I'm going through this period of my life, but it's not gonna last forever. Okay, I'm gonna get through it. I'm gonna transform. And that's a powerful mindset too. Okay, I'm so sorry. I got on one of my things. Where was I? This is a card about resourcing and receiving. It can be a reflection of your current mindset or energy levels, or it can be a representation of where things may be headed based on how you're currently spending your thoughts, energy, and time. It's about your mindset and the way you live your life as much as it is about physical reality, for our current beliefs, thoughts, energy, and behaviors can influence our future physical reality. Plenty is a reflection of overspilling, bounty, goodness, abundance, flow, ease, and joy. The earth is naturally abundant and plentiful. However, if some of us take more than we need, if we hoard and grab and get greedy, there won't be enough for everyone. Yeah, the freaking billionaires. This is where the planet is right now, and we're all being called to turn the ship around. Scarcity is a reflection of lack, desperation, and exhaustion. The well is running dry and things cannot keep going the way that they have been. If this card appears with plenty right side up, this is a very welcoming message that harmony and abundance are either here or on their way. When the scarcity side is right side up, this can indicate exhaustion or be an invitation to shift your energy, thoughts, and behaviors away from what's unsustainable. And that's a good reminder too. You have the power to shift your energy whenever you want. You could do it right now. You can ask your guides or your higher self to raise your vibration. You can just sit with it and work through it and keep that little light of hope alive, that again, you'll feel better when it's time. Whatever works for you, right? But it's not going to last forever. And you can shift your mindset. Sometimes it's through like a realization or hearing something, or you just deciding to say, you know, the universe works in abundance, and if I choose to let go, it's going to be for my greater good. What's meant for me will always be for me, whether it comes back or not, you know, and what's meant for me will always come my way. And the more that's like also a form of surrender too. The more we surrender to that, the more we see that it happens. And we can work through this energy, okay? But you got this. The transformation is your glow up. The transformation is when none of this is affecting you the way that it's affecting you. When certain things, people, feelings, once felt like they had such a strong hold on you, eventually just don't. Even if you still have the people in your life, right? They just don't, because it's more of an alignment. It's you've gotten stronger. You have awareness now, or you just know that it's gonna be okay, because everything is meant to uplift you. Everything is meant to elevate you, and sometimes we have to go down first in order to go back up. It's just a part of the process. It's part of everyone's process in different ways. But I think that's a good message to leave this on. Thank you so much for being here, guys. Thank you so much for listening to me and allowing me to read for you guys. I love it, or else I wouldn't be here doing it. And I appreciate all of the support from you as well. That could just be as simple as liking the video, giving the video a little thumbs up, maybe commenting. I love reading you guys' comments, your own wisdom, your own experiences, sharing your love, especially when it's for me. I mean, of course, I love it. So thank you guys so much. And all of that beautiful stuff. And thank you very much too to my Vibrant Soul Tribe, aka the people who are subscribed. If you want to be a part of the Vibrant Soul Tribe, you don't have to pay a subscription fee or anything like that. You just have to click the subscribe button, and then you are already welcome into this family. So if you want to do that, you can. If not, maybe I will see you in another reading whenever you need it. Bye. Hi Pile 3, welcome to your reading. If you chose the Synesthesia Tarot deck or the Amethyst Tower here, you are at the right place. So today we are asking about the person on your mind that you are not currently in contact with. What is going on with them when it comes to you? How are they feeling? What do you need to know about this person, you, the connection, all of that stuff? So we're going to go ahead and just hop right in. First things first, I want to set the intention and invite Spirit in, and then we will begin. So Spirit, if you could please tune me in to my Pile 3's collective energy and the collective messages here in regards to this person on their mind that they are not currently in contact with. May this reading offer them insights or answers or clarity that they're looking for when it comes to this person and the connection. Or may it just offer them anything that they need to know, see, or hear right now at the time that they are coming across this reading. Thank you, Spirit. Alrighty. Let's begin. So, Spirit, what is going on with this person on my Pile 3's mind when it comes to them? How are they feeling? What's up with them? This deck tends to be a bit sticky, so if a bunch of cards come out, we'll just take the top one. We have the Ten of Swords. What's going on with this person, Spirit? I told you that was going to happen. We have the Ten of Cups. We have the Moon. And we have the Page of Wands. So Pisces or Cancer could be significant, but it doesn't have to be. We're going to get more zodiac signs and initials and stuff like that further down the line. Ooh. All right. So clarifying the Ten of Swords here. Why is the Ten of Swords here for my Pile 3s? I want to keep calling you Pile 1. That's like the third time. I may have accidentally called you Pile 1. If so, I apologize. But maybe if you were drawn to Pile 1, there could be messages in there for you as well. That could just be a sign. Okay. So clarifying the Ten of Swords, we have the Page of Swords. Clarifying the Ten of Cups. We have the Two of Swords. Clarifying the Moon card here. Spirit, why is the Moon card here? We have the Emperor. Clarifying the Page of Wands. Why is the Page of Wands here? We have the Three of Cups. Also the Five of Wands kind of peeking out with that here too. Bottom of the deck, we have Strength. So the zodiac sign of Leo could be significant, or Aries as well. So what's going on with this person? How are they feeling? This person may get hints or maybe a thought here and there to want to reach out or to want to communicate here with you with the Page of Swords. But the Ten of Swords, to me, is really signifying that they're kind of in this energy of what's dead is dead. What I mean by that is I feel like there's a nail in the coffin when it comes to this person. there could be some painful energy that they're carrying when it comes to you and when it comes to this situation, and they may not at this current time be wanting to open that book back up or open that chapter back up. Although the Page of Swords indicates there is a bit of curiosity here. Is it completely over? Can we recover from this? They're not so sure. So they may just be in an energy of like, this is what it is right now. This is what it has to be. And there may not be much that they can really do about it. When it comes to the Ten of Cups, we have a choice here with the Two of Swords, or maybe them trying to think and decide what would make me happiest. What is the happiest for me? What is the happiest for you? What is the most fulfilling path here? Is it going down that road again, or is it completely going in a different path and seeing, you know, what else this person's future holds and things like that? I feel like, though, again, there's a little bit of hesitation. There's a little bit of confusion here. So I think that they do contemplate. Sorry. They do contemplate this connection and like what the future could be, what the future could have been, and that sort of thing. But I'm hearing that they ultimately want to do what's best for them and what's best for you. It hasn't been the easiest. The Ten of Swords can indicate it is a struggle. It is hard to accept this. And maybe even thinking about this situation hurts, you know. But with the Moon card here, I feel like there's a ton of uncertainty that brings. But I'm really focused on like the path here, with the path here towards the Moon. And then we have the Emperor. So although there's this uncertainty and there's this fear of the unknown, there's the fear of maybe making a choice here too, of like fully deciding, fully committing. I feel like the Emperor card is saying that they're still very like, they're being very disciplined when it comes to this situation and when it comes to that. Like they're not budging. It's like they're staying on this path of like the unknown, of the uncertainty, although their mind wanders, their mind trails and stuff. And I also think that they question too if they're the person for you. And what I mean by that is if they can be the person that you need them to be. I think this situation has really had them like mature and grow. But I also think that with this Moon card here too, there's fears of, well, am I making the wrong choice? Am I on the right path? Is this fully the right thing? And I think that there's also, with the Moon card being like secrets and unknown, I think that, again, like the reason why I'm reiterating this is because the next one, that they're like, I don't know if I can be the person that you need me to be, because they're still kind of in this energy of the Page of Wands is almost like sometimes the opposite of the Emperor. It's kind of like still learning, still growing, kind of, you can be immature at times. And you're kind of just doing whatever makes you feel good. The fact that the Three of Cups is here makes me think that they still like to keep their options open. They still like, or are dating other people. They may be seeing other people, or they just may not want to fully commit at this time. Now, this is nothing against you or has nothing to do with your worth. It's the energy that they're in, right? And this could be something that they just naturally do. They're like, okay, well, if I can't have the one person that I, you know, felt like I could commit to, then I'm just going to go date a bunch of people, or I'm just going to have multiple people, or you get what I'm saying here. And I feel like with the Page of Wands, this could be stemming from either childhood or just like a little bit of like immaturity, like wanting to still have their fun. And I think that they've matured right now to a place where they realize that they can't have fun and still be a good person to you. I feel like they acknowledge the fact that you require a version of themselves that is mature, settled down, and will be 100% faithful to you. And with that being said, I think that they don't want to hurt you, or if they did, they don't want to hurt you anymore. And so this could just be where their focus is at, because this energy is really serious. This energy is serious, and it is harsh. It's also harder to face. So they try to go down a route as well that just feels more easy, more fun, less commitment, less structure, less worries. You get what I'm saying? And the fact that we have the Strength card at the bottom of the deck, I think again shows that the energy that they're in, whether they're staying away from you or they're choosing to not reach out or whatever, it does take strength. It does take willpower, and I think that's why they focus on the lighter things, or they focus on the other things. I feel like it is more of a distraction as well. For some of you though, if this person like is with somebody else, that's obviously a reason too, but just take what resonates for you and your situation. If that's not true for you, then just toss it. But this situation has brought up fears, and it's brought up subconscious things with this person that demands a version of themselves that they're not quite sure exists yet, or doesn't exist in this reality yet. They can see fulfillment in both directions. Like these arrows going right here, they can see fulfillment in both of these directions. But like I said, one requires a lot of growth, a lot of discipline, and it requires a hell of a lot of sacrifice. Pride could also be getting in this person's way at times too. They may have to face something, like if there is a conversation that they would like to have with you, they have to face certain consequences, or they have to face a specific reaction that they would get from you that they may just not want to hear or see at this time. And with the 10 of Swords, it feels like there's just a lot of baggage. There's a lot of hurt. There's a lot of things that this person just doesn't feel like they have the strength to fully see. And that may not be, that could be like just for right now as well. We're going to get more cards here too. But I also feel like the energy, and it's funny that the 2 of Swords is here, because the 2 of Swords can feel, it's a very, sometimes we haven't made a choice yet, or we're indecisive and like that. And I'm sensing that. I'm picking that up through this energy. So they may just be like what's the term? Like rolling on, or like continuing down, and maybe even avoiding a full-on like decision right now because of that. Because I'm also kind of feeling like, well, it could go either way. It could go either way, because there is an appreciation for you. And I'm thinking of your channeled song too. And your channeled song kind of depicts the fact that they realize that there's no one like you, or they may even look for you in other partners and other people. But I'm hearing that they just feel like the time right now, it's not right. Yeah, I'm hearing again, they're just trying to decide what they think is best. They may not have all the answers. They may not know everything, even though it may be sometimes it looks like they do, or they act like they do, but they really don't. So sometimes it's just easier to give up than it is to face certain demons that we have, or certain things that we've been neglecting as well. They could definitely be taking the situation as a learning experience here too. And communicating that isn't the easiest for this person. They may have a lot of things that they want to say, but they feel like it's better off to not say because it may come as harsh, or it may cause conflict. It's like sometimes this person's heart is in the right place, but sometimes it's in another, if that makes sense. Let's get the Oracle deck. No way, strength's at the bottom of this one too. Spirit, what's going on with this person when it comes to pile 3? How are they feeling? What does pile 3 need to know? What's the truth here of this situation? Happiness. I'm sure we're kind of talking about that. Determination, surrender. Let's get one more. What are their feelings for pile 3, fear? Bottom of the deck, we have sadness. This goes back to what I was saying. Like, they kind of just want to be happy. They want you to be happy. But I'm hearing very strongly again that sometimes to them that looks like the easy route. That looks like the easy way out. Or it looks like instant gratification rather than facing these, working through them, believing that there's a solution, believing that there's... And I think that this is just the current energy right now. Like I said, like they're really kind of, it feels like with this Two of Swords, they're really like at a crossroads. Like they know whether it's one point in time or you could make them extremely happy. But then they also have the doubts and the fears. And so the surrender card can come through when they're kind of just right now in this energy of giving up and just letting it be for right now. The determination, I feel like with the strength and stuff, is that willpower. It's that, well, we're seeing this path as like, okay, you're gonna have to put in a lot of work. You're gonna have to put in a lot of effort. You're going to have to really be strict. You're gonna have to really be... I just heard faithful. Wow. Also, the fact that I'm seeing the mountain here too, I feel like it is challenging for them. And fear could be the root cause of this right now, even if they're not fully aware of it. And the sadness coming here at the bottom of the deck can mean that there's also things that they're not facing or they haven't truly looked at yet. And it could also just be that they are really sad about the current circumstances, or they are sad about this. And I think that they genuinely just want you to be happy, whether that's with or without them. If it is without them, of course that stings. And if it is with them, then they have to redirect. They have to regroup. Like I said, I don't think a full-on choice is made, but right now they're kind of in this energy of like not doing anything about it, not focusing on it. But fears and courage seem to be themes here. And maybe in the near future, they'll start to surrender to what they feel is right for them, what they feel is more aligned for them, and face these fears. I just heard like man up, regardless of gender. I just heard man up, come clean. And get out of their comfort zone. Tell me more about this determination, Spirit. What are they determined to do? What's this determination? We have the Two of Cups and the Queen of Swords. And I just heard determination to figure it out. Weird. This is a very, like, indecisive energy right now. Bottom of the deck, we have the Four of Swords, yeah. The Two of Cups and the Queen of Swords. Determination to make the right decision. But with the Two of Cups, there's the two people involved. Again, the right decision that's best for not just them, but for you. So I do feel like they have been thinking about what's best for you and not just them. So there is a little bit of an unselfish energy when it comes to that, even though their actions may seem selfish, and maybe at times they are, you know. We're all selfish at certain times, but I think that I do think that this person really cares for you, and I think that they just don't want to ruin this any more than it may seem it already is. And I just heard the word deflect, too. Spirit, can you tell me more about this? I'm actually getting more tarot with you guys because of this confusion. So we have Justice. Because of this confusion. Again, justice could also indicate making a decision. And we have the Five of Pentacles. And Judgment. The Nine of Wands. What are they deflecting from? The Devil. Oh my god. The Devil and the Fool, breaking free from toxic patterns and things that maybe like sabotage, addictive behaviors. I just heard this person could have an addictive personality, which is why they tend to go for like more is to them like more fun or stuff like that, like filling a void. It's hard to articulate. Instead of like less is more, they try to feed it with more and more and more. The Fool card is Uranus too, which can be like changes, abrupt changes as well. And I think that they may still be deflecting from parts of them that aren't fully ready to commit, parts of them that aren't fully ready to face this, parts of them that aren't fully ready to grow at this current time. Justice and the Five of Pentacles as well. Makes me think of like, well, first of all, Justice can be very karmic energy. And I feel like there's a message here from Spirit that there's a need for this person to feel this loss, or there's a need for this person to feel this lack. There's something very important here. And it's like rediscovering parts of themselves or things and patterns that they've been or they haven't been facing, but that they've been repeating. And also the Justice card and the Five of Pentacles can be like this person inside. They're like, you know, I wish I could just make it right. I wish I could fix this. I wish I could, you know, I wish we both could not have to feel this or deal with this. I wish I didn't make you feel that way, and I wish I don't have to feel this way now. And I think that you do or have had made this person really happy at one point in time. Almost addictingly happy. And I think that they do try to fill this void with other things, whether that's other people and stuff like that. And a part of them could be really determined to make this right. But they need to make that choice. They need to decide. And I think that, again, it's easier for this person to let their life or to let this situation like continue on aimlessly until they either get sick of it, they want to do something about it, or they're fully ready to just let go, whichever one comes. But I am feeling a sadness in my heart chakra, and I am feeling some fear in my heart chakra too. So there's something about you in this connection that I want to say honestly scares the shit out of this person. And they may be scared to go back. This is an interesting energy, guys. Okay. What's going on with this person when it comes to pile 3, Spirit? Tell us, give us some messages that depict what's going on with them. How are they feeling? Thank you, Spirit. I'm insecure about the state of our relationship. Yeah, they're feeling it. Look at, I'm scared of falling in love. And I just heard deflecting again. Weird. Bottom of the deck, I feel so confused. We have this can't work too, which makes me think of like accepting defeat. Accepting this because whether it's denial or like we were talking about too, it's the easy route for this person. And that could also be on a subconscious level. Sometimes we subconsciously accept the worst case scenario because we're afraid to even believe, or it feels uncomfortable, it feels weird to even experience that without it just feeling very scary, you know? Bottom of the deck now, we have your silence is the loudest sound of all. So it is affecting them. That makes sense too with that Justice and the 5 of Pentacles message, where I was like, there's a reason why this person needs to feel this. They need to go through this. And it shows that it is affecting them, like your silence. Let's get one more from this deck and then we'll get the other one. So Spirit, tell us more about, or give us one more message here, please, from this deck in regards to, oops, my dog's scratching out the door. He's not in here today, and I think he just realized because he was sleeping outside, and now, not outside, but outside my room, and now he's pissed. He's over here knocking. I keep looking at the bottom of the deck. I've never been in love before. Maybe they haven't truly experienced a real, raw, authentic connection. And they could have think that they have, or think that they do and stuff like that. But like when it comes to real love with real sacrifice, with real determination, you know, and honesty and all of these things and all of the scary things, the triggering things, and also the amazing things that real like love brings, you know. And it almost makes me feel like this person sometimes doesn't let themselves get too close and get too close to people, or get too close to that. Like with the Page of Wands and the 3 of Cups, like it makes me think as well, like it's hard for them to fully invest or settle down. Now, I do believe that there's a spiritual reason why they feel this way about you and why you were brought into this person's life, and vice versa. There's reasons for you as well too. It's like a stun gun. if that makes sense. Like, that's what Spirit's, like, telling me. It's like a stun gun to them. Shock. Okay. Give me some more messages, Spirit, in regards to what's going on with this person, how they're feeling towards pile 3. We got a bunch. I'm starting to fall for you. You drive me crazy, and unblock me right now. This, I'm starting to fall for you too. That kind of makes me think of, like, again, it could have been just like really real, could have gotten too real sometimes, or like they're really starting to fall for you. They're really, and it says I'm scared of falling in love. You get what I'm saying? So then it was like that stun gun that we were talking to, or it triggered a reaction in this person. Okay, let's get like 2 more messages from this deck. Spirit, what else? I'm still salty and butthurt. And this could just mean, again, it doesn't have to be like they're mad or salty or anything, although they can be. But I'm sensing that with that 10 of Swords. And remember that Page of Swords message of, like, there's things that they've been thinking about, or things that they probably want to say, or maybe even things that they want to do. But there's all of this that they're, like, feeling like they don't want to face, or they're not ready. Okay, 1 more message from this deck. What's the last message from this deck, Spirit? Is there still a chance? I'm insecure about my looks. This person can have their own insecurities and things like that that actually affect their behaviors. Something about insecure about my looks makes me think of, at times, and like it, again, it kind of reminds me of this 3 of Cups and that Page of Wands. They may look for surface level validation. That could also be like having multiple partners, or just having like lots of people that like you or tell you that you look good, or like it validates your ego, right? And Spirit's like, you deserve something beyond that, or you need something beyond that too. You're not here to just validate this person, and they're aware of that. Although they would love your validation for sure, I feel like they do hold you to a higher standard, or it's just different in that case. And so they don't think that they're just going to get that from you. They have to earn that from you. Okay. I want to ground myself after this energy. Like, this one's like, I don't know, it feels like a little like yucky, but not in like a, I'm not like bashing it, or like not like in a bad way, but I'm like, the uncertainty and the and like the indecisiveness. I'm like, I want to be grounded, and I want to be secure, and I want to know again. Like in my life, because the energy is like moving through me. You get what I'm saying, I hope. Okay, so what are some significant zodiac signs? We have Leo, which we did say that one too. We have Gemini. Oops. We landed on Leo again, but we have Gemini. Okay, so who has lots of Leo in their chart, or what? This Leo is coming through very, very strong. Leo can also be, I mean, Leo is ruler of the heart, but sometimes Leo energy, and I'm not talking about specific Leos, I'm talking about like the energy of Leo can be very, I'm hearing ego. What else about this Leo energy? It's like they want to be seen. They want you to think the best of them. They want to be seen in this best light, but they need something of substance underneath that. Like they need something to back it up. So we have Libra and Taurus. Okay, so those are the significant zodiac signs. Let's go ahead and get some initials here for you. get a little more. Good. Okay. So we have a P. We have an O. For one of you, this person could be on probation. We have a T. Oh, pot. We have an R. We have a Y. An F. Come here. We have an I. Oh, we could spell 40. We have an I. A Q. A K. An S. An M. An N. An X. And a G. I feel like there's a lot of words you could make with this. So let me know if you guys see any words that stand out or maybe any words that resonate with you in the connection. Feel free to drop them in the comments. You never know. Maybe another pile 3 would see them and be like, hey, yeah, that's like me too, or that works for me too. But this is going to be the end of this portion of the reading, and we're going to go and get some cards for you. What do you need to hear about this situation? What does Spirit want you to know? What's some advice or anything in regards to this person and this connection for you? Okay. So Spirit, what is pile 3? For some of you, you can really resonate with like Greek gods and goddesses. What's her name? Is it Nefertiti or Nefertiti? I feel like I hear it pronounced differently all the time. And Thoth and Thoth. I've heard that one pronounced differently a million times too. Those are just 2 coming to mind though, specifically. And that doesn't have to resonate with everyone, of course. All right, Spirit. And Isis. Okay. Okay. What is the advice or the message here for pile 3? We have the Chamber of Healing. So we're going to read the guidebooks. We're also going to do intuitively too. But the Chamber of Healing is a good place to be. It's where you are currently healing. It's where things that are coming up, you're working through. Even if you're not even doing anything about it, right? And there's certain things and certain like wounds and maybe even childhood wounds or old behaviors and patterns that you're healing from as well too. This can also be in regards to self-worth and maybe even expectations. I'm hearing learning to see for what it is, not what you want. And I think that this could for some of you be a theme. So you could be like there already. You get what I'm saying? But if that's like a theme of like relationships for you, then that could just be a sign as well. Ooh, at the bottom of the deck, we have Inner Spring. I like that. Oh, underneath there we have Inner Summer. Let's get one more. I feel like I saw Spring here too. Okay, Inner Summer wants to come out with freedom. Ooh, I like this. I really like this message. Because where you're at right now, you're moving on from it. You're moving through it. This energy, this Chamber of Healing. Bottom of the deck, we have the Chamber of Innocence. Oh, I love that too. And Chamber of Innocence makes me think of coming back to your natural self, coming back to your true state. That is inner child healing too. Knowing that you don't deserve any of that, and anything that's happened to you when you were younger, you didn't deserve either. And maybe, yeah, sometimes we go through relationships that reflect that, right? But you're healing. You're growing from it. You're not just going to keep repeating the same cycles, which is going to in turn keep bringing the same people to you, right? With the Inner Spring, Inner Summer, and Freedom, you're becoming, you're evolving, you're growing, and the universe is going to match that energy as well too. I do like the Freedom card coming from you. So wherever it is with this situation, the connection, your love life, wherever it is that you just felt very trapped, you are on the road to experiencing full freedom from that, freeing yourself from the binds or the restraints, or caring what another person thinks about you, caring about how another person feels about you, or caring about the situation, even if nothing's happening, right? Like so much. And it doesn't mean you have to like fully like completely like not care, but it's not affecting you in the ways that it once was, or maybe for some of you that it is now. And this is all happening within this chamber of healing. When your time comes, it will come with the inner spring. And I feel like there's going to be an energy of where you just feel lighter. The actual seasons could be significant, like to whenever you're watching this, but there's going to be a time where you just feel lighter. You feel like you're ready to get out and face the world again, or you've just freed yourself from the binds and like all the ickiness and the energy. And I think that's why your spirit guides are coming through to say, worry not, you are moving through this, you are working through this, you're not stuck, you're not binded, you don't have to be in this place forever. Just like the seasons, things change, things grow, things evolve, things rot, they die, and then they get planted again, and then they grow and they sprout, and you are no different, right? And you're in your own inner seasons as well. And if you need to take some time away or some time for yourself to heal, even if it's just to like do nothing, you know what I'm saying? Like energy work is energy work, and sometimes it happens when we don't even see it. And I think we can all reflect on past situations too, with heartaches as well, and kind of use that as like evidence that you do grow and you do evolve. And some days you just wake up and you feel like whatever was plaguing you, it just doesn't feel the same way anymore. And you're moving through this. And this is change too. These seasons are changing. So this situation in turn is changing you. And change is a constant. Change is always happening. And change is something that we should be pushing towards, right? We always say like, oh, I'm not going to let this situation change me. But you're like, I am going to let this situation change me. And I'm going to let this situation change me to the best version of me, to a better version of me. There's nothing wrong with that at all, for letting it do what it needs to do. Let's see. Oh, the in-between. I feel like that's kind of, it's funny that I opened that, because that's kind of like the energy of this chamber of healing that I feel like you're in right now. And it says, it's okay for me to be in the in-between. There's no rush. I patiently plant seeds for my becoming. We said you're becoming. Oh my gosh. I trust that I won't miss what's for me. Oh, I love that. But I want to read the chamber of healing. Oh, and then I opened it right to there too. Okay. Healing is always happening, for to heal is to change. And you're always changing, always returning to wholeness. Oh my gosh, if that's not a synchronicity, then I don't know what is. Wholeness is in a static state, as we're always growing and transforming. It's nature's way, and you're part of nature. When this card appears, it's acknowledging that you're in a deeper stage of healing, and it's okay to ask for help and slow down to let healing happen. This card comes with a tender message to trust your innate ability to heal through the changing seasons of your life. And then the freaking cards come out that depict seasons. Oh my gosh. Spirit is so funny with the synchronicities. Okay, to stop seeing yourself as broken, or to think of healing as something you need to do before you truly live. For to heal is to change, evolve, and grow. And I love that. It's like you're not broken. These are just things that happen naturally for your own evolution. Just like nature, just like animals, just like, you know, you grow from a child to an adult. Like it's a natural state of being, and there's no shame around it with healing. Like you're not a broken piece of glass that needs to be fixed or glued back together, but it'll never be the same, you know, because there's that crack in there. You get what I'm saying? Like that's not you. That doesn't depict you. Healing can be a slow, steady process. It's complex, not linear. It takes as long as it takes. However, like all things in nature, there's a mysterious intelligence to it. And if we trust it and let the once vibrant petals fall off, shout out to Vibrant, sorry. We let the once vibrant petals fall to earth, cut back what's no longer thriving, and protect the buds from being pried open too early, we too may find ourselves in a second bloom, and fruit will follow. If you didn't see yourself as unhealed or broken, what would you do? If you didn't see yourself as unhealed or broken, how would you live your life? If you didn't see yourself as unhealed or broken, what decisions would you make? How are you being called to prioritize your healing? What healing are you ready to receive right now? What support are you ready to call in? Ask your heart, your mind, and your body to reveal what's most helpful to you and call it in. I love that. I love when the messages depict asking questions, right? Because that opens us up to the innate wisdom that we're meant to find, right? Sometimes we feel like we have to know all the answers or we have to have it all figured out, but no, we are the eternal students and we ask these questions. We ask what's best for us, and we know that when we ask, we will receive. We may receive it in a different form. We may not even know we're receiving it. You know what I'm saying? But you will receive it one way or another. So don't be afraid to ask those questions. Like the questions from the book, ask your questions. What is this situation showing me? What is this person showing me about myself that I either need to love, integrate, or just see? Sometimes all we have to do is just see it, bring awareness to it so that we're aware. And I know that's like a very simplified version, but sometimes I think we do tend to overcomplicate things. Like we do tend to think healing is all this work and it's all this shadow work, and you have to have the right tools, you have to have the right crystals, you have to journal, you have to, which all, don't get me wrong, all of those things are helpful and they do help. And I've used all of those things in different ways too. But if I didn't have any of those things, I would still be able to do what I needed to do. They're just tools. But the real tool and the real thing is within you already. And so don't overcomplicate this process. Just be. Ask yourself the questions. Just feel what you need to feel. Be there for yourself in ways as in like removing shame and judgment, and just be like, hey, like I feel this way right now and that's okay. I'm not going anywhere. I'm not going to abandon myself. I'm not going to, try to like run from this. We're just going to breathe through it, move through it, and know that the sun comes out again. It moves through again, and then we process other feelings. Just like if how we feel feelings, right? Like something like it moves through us and then it's gone, and then we feel something else. It's kind of like that too. And I think that's why change was such a important topic before and in that too. And it's okay to change. It's okay to evolve. In fact, it's almost vital for life. We have to change. We have to adapt. It's how we flourish. So yeah, I'm going to leave this reading here, pile 3. Thank you so much for listening. Thank you so much for being here. I hope you guys enjoyed it, got something out of it, or at the very least, maybe I kept you a little bit of company or whatever. But again, thank you. Thank you to those who like the videos. Just a quick little thumbs up does wonders for the videos and the channel. So I appreciate all of you that do that. It's so easy too. So thank you. Thank you to those who comment and share your love and your support and your wisdom and all of that. I appreciate all of it. So thank you so much. And thank you to my Vibrant Soul Tribe, which is just those of you that are subscribed. So if you want to be a part of the Vibrant Soul Tribe, you don't have to pay a subscription fee. You don't have to do anything. All you got to do is just subscribe to the channel, and you are welcome into this family. So glad to have you. If you don't want to be a part of the Vibrant Soul Tribe, that's okay too. Maybe I'll see you again someday. Maybe I'll pop up on your timeline when you need another reading, or you never know. But either way, I will see you there.